Hey, what's up? Lysandra here, the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. I also teach you how to finally build a profitable business online the same way I have. And today I want to talk about decision-making process. And it's called the OODA loop, right? So this was actually formed by a pilot during the Vietnam War, I do believe. I may have the war incorrect, but it was a pilot. And what it is, he found himself in a situation where enemy was approaching. And so, you know, he survived, and of course. And so he shared his decision-making process with us. And the reason that, you know, I'm sharing this today is because, you know, when we're talking about next steps in our business, we really have to have a systematic way in order to make decisions so that, you know, we number one, we make the best decisions we can, but number two, we just make a decision, right? So I want to share his 4-step process with you that I thought was really cool. His name was Colonel John Boyd. I don't know if I said that. Okay, so the first thing is, you know, it's called OODA. OODA is observe, orient, decide, act. Okay, so first is observe, which is simply to gather the information. Get all the information that you can, but not so much that you're stuck in analysis paralysis, right? Because a lot of times we spend so much gathering, you know, time gathering information, we don't actually do anything with the information. All right, step 2 is to orient. Now, the step of orient is really to make sense of the observation, right? And to develop, you know, alternative courses of action. So when you're looking at what you're going to do with your business, you need to look at what is your competitor doing? How are your customers responding? So once you gather that information, then you can make some decisions, you know, put all that together and then start to come up with alternative courses of action. And then the D is to decide, pick one. Pick one course of action out of all the alternative courses of actions that you've come up with. Pick one, and then A is to act on that. All right. The important part is to take action, because with this decision-making process, it's a loop. You continue to go through the loop. So once you decide to act, then you observe again, right? You go back to the beginning, you observe what's going on, you gather more information, then you make sense of that information and develop alternate courses of action. Then you choose one course of action, implement that, and then we go through the loop again, because the truth, the thing about it is that the information is always evolving. Things are always evolving, always changing. So you always have to be observing. You've always got to keep your eyes on what's going on in your industry. You know, who's getting ousted, who's going out of business, why are they going out of business, right? You know, for like, I don't know, wait, let me laugh, hold on, because I just read this article, right, about John Hewitt, who is the creator of Liberty Tax, has been ousted by a board. I'm sitting here going, dude, you started Liberty Tax. How did you get fired? Like, what have you done? But you know, but for the competitors, right? And the thing, okay, so totally random, but just to give you some history. Okay, so John Hewitt, he started H&R Block, then he went to Jackson Hewitt, then the Jackson part was done, so he went and started Liberty Tax. Okay, so there you go. So he's been involved with all 3 companies. That's why I tell people they're the same. They're the same company, because he was in all of them. But anyway, so so other, you know, CEOs really need to be paying attention to what's going on, to what happened that caused him to be ousted by the board that he controlled. Like, how does that work? How do you get yourself in a position to where you get fired from a company you started? I'll never understand that, you know, as far as controlling your company, but whatever. Okay, but the point of the OODA loop is that you are in constant flow of observation, orientation, making, you know, choosing a courses of action, you know, deciding on a course of action, and then actually implementing, and then you're in that continuous loop, because by doing that, you're at a heightened state of awareness. You are really more focused and what's going on in your industry, with your customers, with your competitors, in order to make some smart decisions about how your business will pivot. And the one other thing that Colonel Boyd makes clear is that agility beats power any day of the week. So a smaller company that can pivot faster than a big, larger company is always going to do better. So, the little guys, you can make a pivot a lot faster than a larger corporation. So don't let the big boys scare you. Just, that you can pivot faster. If you can be more agile than your competitor, you're going to win. Okay. So, I hope that, got you some value, like, ways for you to make decisions about what's going to happen in your business as you go forward. All right. So if you got some value, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe so you don't miss anything, and I'll see you next time. Bye.